You've lived fragmented, parts of you surviving, parts of you shut down. But now, you're learning to live whole, to be fully present, to speak your truth, to set boundaries with love. This is what healing looks like. Not perfect, but whole. Not performance, but peace. And I delight in this journey with you. It's been dark for so long. You've grown used to the shadows. But my child, my light is breaking through. Even now, even here, it's rising in your soul, it's filling the cracks, it's chasing out the fear. Don't close your eyes to it, don't run from the dawn. This is your time to rise, to walk in the light, to shine fully, freely, fearlessly. Because what was hidden in pain is now glowing with glory. My beloved child, you've lived with voices that were never mine. Voices that told you, you're too broken, you'll never change, you're not enough. But those were not truth. They were echoes of pain, shadows of wounds, leftovers of a life shaped by survival instead of love. Today, I am rewriting your inner narrative. No longer will shame narrate your story. No longer will fear hold the pen. No longer will regret be your author. I am the author of your life, and I write with grace. Where the story once read unworthy, I am writing chosen. Where it said forgotten, I am inscribing seen. Where it shouted failure, I am whispering forgiven. You are not who others said you were. You are not what your worst moment tried to define. You are who I say you are, redeemed, loved, enough. So when the old thoughts return, when the same lies try to replay, pause and listen to me. Let my words drown out the noise. Let my truth replace every false label. Let my love reshape your entire story. You are not the story of your pain. You are the story of my presence within it. And I am still right. Let your trust be restored in my presence. And from there, you'll learn to trust again. Wisely, slowly, but surely. There's a little version of you still hiding behind old fears, still waiting to feel safe. And I see them. I see the child in you who needed more love, more safety, more comfort. And I'm holding that child now. I'm speaking to the places that have never grown up, not because you refused, but because you were never allowed to be free. Let the little one rest now. Let them be seen, nurtured, and held. Let the healing go deep, because the child you once were is safe in my arms now. You feel like too much time has passed, too much has been lost. But I want you to hear this. You're not starting over. You're starting fresh. You're starting from wisdom, from experience, from deeper faith. You're not at square one. You're exactly where I want you to be. I redeem the lost time. I bless the new beginning, and I walk with you every step forward. You wondered where I was. In the trauma, in the abandonment, in the betrayal. But I never left. I wept with you. I stood beside you. I placed my hand over your heart and whispered, "You're not alone." Every moment you thought I was absent, I was right there, holding you together. Now look back and see the grace that carried you. I've been with you the whole time, and I will be with you to the very end. You've made mistakes. You've walked away. You've stayed silent when you should have spoken. You've spoken when silence would have been wiser. And yet, you are not too far gone. There is no distance my love cannot reach. No mess I cannot clean. No heart I cannot soften. You are not disqualified. You are not forgotten. You are not ruined. You are mine, still, always. Come home to me. There is mercy here. You've been holding your breath, waiting for the next disaster, bracing for loss, anticipating disappointment. But now, I'm teaching you to breathe again, to inhale hope, to exhale fear, to live fully in this moment. You don't have to be on guard anymore. You are safe, you are protected, you are carried. Let go of the tension. Let my peace fill your lungs. Let your soul rest in rhythm with mine. I know there were beautiful seasons before, laughter, love, peace, and it hurts to feel like it's all behind you, but I want to tell you the best is not behind you. Your story is still unfolding. There are miracles ahead. There is restoration coming. The joy you thought you'd never feel again, it's returning. Not a copy of the past, but something new, something better, something divine. This season feels quiet, hidden, uneventful. But child, I am doing a deep work in you. Roots are growing, foundations are settling, faith is being fortified. It's not flashy, it's not loud, but it is eternal. This depth will sustain you. This process will protect you. So don't rush the quiet. There are days you feel distant from me. Days you feel unworthy. Days you wonder if your past has created a wall between us. But let me speak this clearly to your soul. Nothing can separate you from my love. Not your pain, not your mistakes, not your silence, not even the moments you ran away. You are held, even when you feel numb, even when you don't know what to pray, even when you feel like you've disappointed me too many times. I do not love you less in your weakness. I do not withdraw when you're confused. I do not flinch at your scars. I move closer. My love is not earned. It is given. Freely, faithfully, forever. No wound is too deep. No regret is too dark. No distance is too wide. I already came all the way to you. I stepped into humanity. I carried your pain to the cross. I defeated death, so nothing could ever keep us apart. You are sealed in love. You are anchored in grace. You are surrounded by mercy. So stop questioning if I'm still here. I never left, and I never will. You're mine, forever. Nothing will change that. You've heard otherwise, from people who didn't understand you, from those who projected their wounds onto you, from the mirror of shame whispering lies. But listen to me now. You are not hard to love. You are not too much. You are not too emotional. You are not a burden. You are not a problem waiting to be fixed. You are loved, freely, fully, faithfully. I love you with the kind of love that never runs out. A love that stays, a love that sees the worst and chooses you still. I love your gentleness, your honesty, your capacity to feel, your willingness to keep showing up, even when it's hard. You don't have to earn this love. You don't have to shrink to deserve it. You don't have to change to keep it. You are already deeply known and completely accepted. Forgiveness has felt impossible. You've held memories like fire in your hands, burning, sharp, consuming. You've thought, if I let go, does that mean they win? If I forgive, do I lose the right to be angry? But hear me, child. Forgiveness is not losing. It's choosing freedom. Forgiveness does not say what happened was okay. It says you're okay to move on. It does not erase pain. It releases the pain's power over your future. You're not excusing evil, you're refusing to carry it anymore. And I will help you forgive. I will help you release it. Not because they deserve it, but because you do. Trust was broken in you. And rightly so, people failed you. They said the right words and did the wrong things. So you built walls. You protected your heart. You promised yourself never again. But I'm inviting you gently to trust again. Not recklessly, not carelessly, but spirit-led. Trust begins with me. Let me be the one you lean on. Let me show you what faith... So don't minimize what I've done in you. Don't downplay the power of your story. Don't silence the sound of your healing. When you walk into the room, you bring my peace. When you pray, you move things in the spirit realm. When you worship, chains break, even if you can't see them. Not because you're flawless, but because you're surrendered. That's what gives you authority. You've let me rebuild you from the inside out. And now, what once was your weakness has become a weapon against the very darkness that tried to destroy you. Walk in that. Own it. Use it to lift others. Because this isn't just about your restoration, it's about the legacy your healing is creating. And I will use you in ways you never imagined. There was a time you thought it was over, when everything collapsed, when nothing made sense, when the pain felt louder than my promises. You whispered, "God, I can't do this anymore." And even in that whisper, I was closer than your breath. I want you to know, the breaking was not the end. It was the beginning of something deeper, a holy undoing that made room for me, a sacred unraveling that set the stage for redemption. I never abandoned you in your breaking. I sat with you in the ruins. I wept with you. I held you when no one else saw. And when you were too tired to get up, I carried you. The world saw brokenness, but I saw fertile ground, ground where faith would grow, ground where mercy would bloom, ground where your healing would one day rise as a testimony. You're not just pieced back together, you're being remade, stronger, wiser, softer in the right ways, braver in the quietest ways. This is not the end of your story. It's the chapter where my glory begins to shine through the cracks. And those cracks? They're no longer weaknesses. They're windows. Windows where my light pours out, where my grace is visible, where others will see and know, there goes someone God rebuilt. The breaking didn't disqualify you. It prepared you. So walk forward, not in shame, but in sacred strength, because I've been with you all along, and I still am. You wondered in the stillness. Where are you, God? When no answer came, when prayers felt like whispers into the void, when your heart begged for a sign, and only silence answered. But I was never absent, and the silence was not empty. It was sacred space, a quiet chamber where I was working beneath the surface, where healing was being woven in stillness, where your roots were growing deeper, though unseen. You didn't feel me, but I was closer than your breath. You didn't hear me, but I was holding you when no one else knew. I let the silence stretch, not to punish, but to prepare. Because in the silence, you stopped depending on noise. You stopped chasing the opinions of others. You turned inward, where my spirit whispers, and outward, where my presence surrounds. Don't despise the quiet. It was there you learned how to stand. It was there your dependence on me was refined. It was there your identity stopped relying on applause. You thought nothing was happening, but the silence was sacred. It was me tuning your ears. It was me tending your soul. You may not see the fruit yet, but trust me, the soil of silence is rich. And now, as the hush lifts, as clarity returns, as your ears open again to my voice, you will hear me more clearly than ever before. Because you've learned to recognize the sound of stillness, and in stillness, I speak most tenderly. So even now when things feel uncertain, remember what you learned in the quiet. I never left. I never stopped working. I never stopped loving you. The silence was not rejection. It was an invitation to trust deeper, to listen closer, to grow roots that won't be shaken. And child, those roots will hold you steady in every season to come. My child, what you've been through was not for nothing. Those long nights, those broken seasons, those moments where you had nothing left but a whisper of faith, they have marked you. You may not realize it yet, but the healing you've allowed me to do in your life has given you something the world can't manufacture. spiritual authority. You're no longer speaking from theory, you're speaking from experience. You're no longer offering comfort from a place of comfort. You're offering it from survival, from rising, from redemption, and that carries power. Because every tear you shed in my presence became oil I now pour into others through you. Every battle you didn't think you'd survive has become a victory you now carry as a banner. You are not just healed, you're equipped. You know how to recognize real pain. You know how to sit with the hurting. You know how to speak truth without forcing it. That's authority. It's not loud. It's not proud. It doesn't need attention. But when you speak, darkness will tremble. Because what you carry isn't just wisdom, it's evidence. You've walked through the fire, and you came out refined, not consumed. You're safe to be fully you now. The soft you, the joyful you, the trusting, open-hearted, spirit-led you. This safety is not temporary. It is eternal. It's not based on a place. It's found in me. I'm your hiding place. I'm your defender. I'm your safe harbor in the storm. And here, child, you can rest. You felt the shift, the quiet shedding of who you used to be, the release of patterns that no longer serve you, the soft but steady rebuilding from the inside out. Yes, child, you're not going backwards. You're becoming new. This is more than recovery. This is rebirth. Old fears are losing their grip. Old lies are being replaced with my truth. Old wounds are no longer in charge of your future. You're no longer ruled by shame. You're no longer trapped by the voice of condemnation. You're no longer the person who had to hide their pain just to be loved. You're stepping into freedom, real, lasting, spirit-filled freedom. And it's not because you've tried harder. It's because you've surrendered deeper. You've let me into the parts you were afraid to show. You've stopped hiding from my presence. You've started receiving instead of striving. And now I am doing what only I can do, making all things new. That ache in your soul, I'm healing it. That weight on your chest, I'm lifting it. That identity crisis, I'm speaking truth over it. You are not your trauma. You are not your history. You are not your lowest moment. You are mine, chosen, ransomed, renewed. You're learning how to speak again, this time with gentleness. You're learning how to walk again, this time without fear. You're learning how to dream again, this time without limits. I'm not asking you to rush this becoming. I'm asking you to trust it, even when you don't feel different yet, even when the healing is still invisible, even when it's 2 steps forward, 1 step back. Keep going, because the new thing I am doing in you is unstoppable. It will bear fruit. It will stand the test of time. It will reflect my glory. So don't look for who you were. Look for who you're becoming, and celebrate every step. You're not who you were. You're not yet who you'll be, but you are fully loved at every stage. And I call that beautiful. And I am right on time. My child, I know there are years you look back on with pain, years that feel wasted, years swallowed by grief, anxiety, regret. You wonder what could have been. If only they hadn't left. If only the betrayal never happened. If only you had known better. But I want to speak this over your soul. I am the God who restores lost time. I don't just heal wounds. I redeem years. I can make the latter greater than the former. I can give you joy that outweighs the sorrow. I can fill the emptiness with purpose you never imagined. Nothing is beyond my reach. Nothing is too broken for my hands. Nothing is too far gone for my timing. The time you thought was stolen, I'm restoring it. The dreams you buried, I'm breathing life into them again. I see the heartbreak behind your smile, the hope behind your silence, the longing beneath your strength. And I say to you, watch what I will do. Watch how I take what tried to destroy you and use it to elevate you. Watch how I take delay and turn it into divine preparation. I'm not just fixing your past. I'm preparing a future so rich, so full, so healing that you will say, only God could have done this. So don't mourn the years anymore. Lift your eyes, lift your hope, lift your hands again, because I'm restoring the years you lost. Not by taking you back, but by launching you forward, and the best is yet to come. Breathe, child. You can exhale. You can let go of the tension in your shoulders, the grip in your chest, the weight behind your smile. You're safe now. No more walking on eggshells. No more waiting for the next explosion. No more pretending just to stay accepted. That season is over. You are not in survival mode anymore. You are in my presence now. And my presence is peace. My presence is protection. My presence is a place where your soul can finally rest. You don't have to keep watching your back. I've got you. I go before you. I stand behind you. I surround you on every side. You don't have to earn rest. You're invited to it. This is the place I've prepared for you, a place where no past abuser can speak into your identity anymore, a place where fear no longer has authority, a place where you don't have to explain your wounds, you just let me hold them. You are not fragile. You are not broken. You are healing, layer by layer, moment by moment, and I will guard that healing. I am building a safe place inside you, not one that depends on people's approval, but one that's rooted in my unchanging love. When triggers rise, I'll be there. When memories surface, I'll hold you through them. When anxiety whispers, I'll speak louder. Because your nervous system is learning it's safe again. Your heart is learning to trust again. Your spirit is remembering how to soar. You don't have to watch every word. You don't have to make yourself small. You don't have to live half alive. Look at you now, my child. You've walked through the shadows, and yet you carry light. You've been knocked down, but you rise with grace. You've doubted yourself, but you never stopped reaching for me. You are not who you used to be. The pain changed you, yes, but so did my presence. So did my promises. So did every moment you let me touch the parts you were too afraid to show the world. And I see you now, radiant in ways you don't even notice. Your strength isn't in your perfection. It's in your surrender, in your honesty, in your refusal to quit, even when quitting seemed easier. I have reshaped your heart in love. I have redefined your identity in grace. Let the past version of you rest. Let the healed you rise. This new chapter won't require who you were. It will require who you are becoming. And I delight in who you are becoming. You felt like you've had to explain yourself. Why you changed. Why you walked away. Why you needed time. Why your healing looked different than others expected. But listen to me, child. You don't have to explain growth. You don't have to justify boundaries. You don't owe anyone an apology for the way you chose to survive. Let them wonder. Let them question. Because soon, your healing will speak for itself. Your peace will be your answer. Your joy will tell the story. Your freedom will preach louder than your explanations ever could, and I will use it all. Even the pieces you thought had no purpose, even the years you thought were wasted, I redeem it all. I know you've been hurt. I know what trust cost you the last time. I know how it felt to open your heart and watch it break. But I want you to hear me now. You are safe to love again, not recklessly, not blindly, but bravely. Because I'm teaching you how to love from wholeness, not wounds. Start with loving yourself, then let that love flow outward. Yes, there may still be scars. Yes, you'll still be vulnerable. But love is not the enemy, fear is. Let me love through you. Let me be the filter through which you give and receive connection. And you will love again, and it will be beautiful. You've seen hard chapters, pages filled with pain, disappointment, betrayal. But child, this chapter, this next part of your life, will be different. Because this one isn't being written by survival. It's being written by surrender. No more striving, no more shrinking to fit where you've outgrown. I'm writing new words now, of hope, of restoration, of divine timing and miraculous peace. Let me write this chapter. And now, your new chapter begins. I know you look around and think, I should be further by now. You compare your timeline. You question your progress. You wonder if you missed it. But listen carefully. You've spent so long trying to prove you're okay, trying to be strong, trying to stay quiet when your heart wanted to scream, trying to be who others needed, even when you felt empty inside. But now, I'm giving you permission to be more than okay, to move beyond survival, to stop performing, to live as you are, healed, whole, and completely loved. You don't have to earn rest. You don't have to earn joy. You don't have to earn me. I'm not keeping a list of your mistakes. I'm not waiting for you to mess up. I'm not loving some future version of you. I love you now, the unfiltered you, the vulnerable you, the one who still has questions, the one who still flinches when certain memories show up. Yes, that you. Because my love is not based on your strength. It's based on my faithfulness. And I have not changed. When you feel weak, I'm still strong. When you feel unworthy, I'm still certain. When you feel uncertain, I'm still steady. You've been asking, how can I walk confidently when I still feel so raw? And I say, you can walk confidently because I walk with you. Confidence isn't about having no wounds. It's about knowing the one who heals them. And I am your healer. I'm healing the way you see yourself. I'm healing the way you speak to yourself. I'm healing the hidden fears that told you you're not enough. You are enough. Not because you've earned it, but because I've said it. Let those words sink in. Let them settle where lies once lived. Because you are no longer living by old scripts. You're no longer bound to old narratives. You're no longer defined by old roles. You are free. Free to speak gently to yourself. Free to try again without shame. Free to rest without guilt. Free to receive good things without wondering if you deserve them. Yes, even after all that's happened, you still deserve good things. Because I'm a good father. And I love to give good gifts to my children. And you, my child, are stepping into a season of overflow. Not because life will be perfect, but because your soul will no longer be starving. You've made space. You've done the work. You've let me in. And now, I'm filling you with my goodness. Breathe it in. Live from it. Let it become your new normal, because wholeness is not a dream anymore. It's your reality, and I'm not finished yet, my child. Now that the dust has settled, now that the ache has quieted just enough, it's time for you to hear what I've been waiting to tell you. You are not just healed. You are chosen. You are not just redeemed. You are anointed. You are not just restored. You are equipped. The pain was never the end of your story. It was the beginning of a testimony. a declaration, a commissioning. Yes, what happened hurt you, but it did not halt you. It slowed your steps for a season, but it could never cancel your calling, because my plans for you were never based on how well you avoided pain. They were written with full knowledge of every moment, every fall, every heartbreak. And still, I chose you. I chose you knowing your struggle, knowing your triggers, knowing your questions and your doubts. And I didn't choose you in pity, I chose you in purpose. You are a carrier of my glory, not because of your perfection, but because of your surrender. You don't need to do more to be worthy. You are already worthy because I declared it. Now live from that place, not chasing worth, not begging for approval, but standing tall in the identity I've placed in you. You are more than what happened to you. You are more than what they said about you. You are more than what you lost. You are my beloved, and I take delight in you. Let that truth sink in. Let it unravel every lie that said you were too far gone. Let it silence the shame that tried to define you. Let it heal the self-image shaped by pain instead of promise. You are not a victim. You are a vessel. You are not just surviving, you are becoming the one who will speak light into others' darkness, becoming the one who will comfort with the same comfort you've received, becoming the one who walks in love, even with the limp of old wounds. And there is power in that. The world doesn't need more perfect people. It needs more healed ones, more whole ones, more real ones. And that's what you're becoming. So don't hold back. Don't question what I put inside you. Walk in it, speak from it, shine through it. Because you are not just being healed for your own peace, you are being prepared for divine purpose. And I will go with you every step of the way. You don't have to wait to feel perfect to live fully. You don't have to have every scar faded, every memory quieted, every emotion resolved. You are allowed to live now, even with some unanswered questions, even with some soft places in your heart, even with stories you're still learning how to tell. My grace covers all of it. Healing was never about erasing the past. It's about reclaiming your future. It's about showing up to life again, with hands open and heart unguarded. You've learned to protect yourself. You had to. There were seasons where it was the only way you survived. But now, I'm teaching you to trust again. Not blindly, but bravely. Not in people alone, but in me first. Because I will never betray you. I will never use your wounds against you. I will never shame you for the places you still feel tender. My love is your safe place. And it's not just a shelter from the storm. It's a home to return to once the storm has passed. Now I am calling you to rebuild, to gather the pieces you've recovered and begin to create beauty. Don't wait until you feel ready. Begin now imperfectly, honestly, joyfully. Speak the words you've been afraid to say. Write the truths you once buried. Share the light that slowly awakened inside you. Because someone else needs it. Yes, your healing is personal, but it will ripple into places far beyond what you can see. That's the miracle. You didn't just survive for yourself, you survived to be a signpost for others, a reminder that God is near to the brokenhearted, a living witness that scars don't end stories, they prove resurrection. You are living proof. So walk forward now, not as someone who's barely getting by, but as someone deeply held, deeply loved, and deeply called. You don't have to hide anymore. You don't have to wait for perfect peace to move forward. Peace will meet you as you go. Joy will find you along the way, and purpose will grow under your feet as you keep stepping in faith. This is holy ground. You're not walking into the unknown alone. You're walking with me, and I'm leading you into more than healing. I'm leading you into wholeness. You've walked through fire. You've faced storms that tried to undo you. You've sat in rooms where no one knew what you were carrying inside. And still, you kept walking. You kept breathing. You kept believing even when belief was a whisper. Now, child, it's time for something new. It's time to live like you're whole. You've done the deep work. You've let me into the hidden places. You've trusted me with the memories, the fears, the cracks. And now I'm calling you to step forward, not just as someone who survived, but as someone who is transformed. You are not fragile. You are not broken glass. You are gold that has been refined in the fire. Stronger, purer, more radiant because of what you've walked through. Stop apologizing for your healing. Stop downplaying your progress. Stop shrinking back into old versions of yourself to make others comfortable. You are not who you were, and that's a good thing. Let the healed version of you speak. Let the restored you dream again. Let the joyful you rise up and take space. I have anointed this next chapter. I have prepared rooms you haven't entered, hearts you haven't met, purposes you haven't even imagined yet. You've been asking, God, what now? And I'm saying, now you live. Live without chains, love without walls, give without fear of being emptied again. Because I am your source, and I never run dry. No one gets to tell you your story is too messy. No one gets to rewrite what I have redeemed. No one gets to silence the testimony I've been shaping in you. You are my miracle. You don't have to prove anything. Just be. Be the healed one. Be the free one. Be the child who knows their father is near, always. And when doubt creeps in, when fear whispers again, just return to this truth. I am not who I was. I am being made new. Say it until your soul believes it. Live it until others see me through you. This is your time. Your healing is not a season that will pass. It is a foundation that will sustain. And I'm building on it now. One step, one promise, one day at a time. My child, this is the part of your healing where you begin to see yourself differently, where you stop identifying with the pain and start identifying with the promise. Yes, the pain shaped you, but it does not define you. You are not your story's worst moment. You are not the betrayal, not the abandonment, not the wound. You are mine. And I've been writing redemption across every line of your life. You once believed you were too damaged to be used, too broken to be whole, too far to be loved. But you were never too far from me. Even when your hope felt buried under years of silence, I was speaking life beneath the surface. Even when it looked like nothing was growing, I was planting seeds you couldn't see, seeds of joy, of purpose, of restoration. Now those seeds are breaking through the ground. You're feeling it, aren't you? The moments of laughter returning, the days when you wake up with less fear, the softening of your voice when you speak to yourself. This is what healing looks like, not the absence of all pain, but the presence of deep peace despite it. You are standing taller now. You are breathing deeper. You are beginning to recognize the beauty I've been shaping in you. The pain taught you to fight, but now I'm teaching you to rest. You don't have to keep your guard up. You're not in the war zone anymore. You're in my arms now. Let me show you what it means to live free. Free from shame, free from pretending, free from the inner critic that always demands more. I made you to live in love, to walk in confidence, to trust me with your scars. You're not behind. You're blooming. You're not incomplete. You're becoming whole. And the people who once only saw your pain, they will see your peace. because my glory is rising in you, not to impress, but to inspire, not to shine for yourself, but to reflect the light I've placed within you. And now, step forward into that light. This is your season to rise. This is your time to be restored. This is your divine process. And it's only the beginning. I've brought you through the darkness. I've sat with you in the valley. I've whispered truth when you couldn't lift your head. And now I'm lifting you. Walk with me. Dance with me. Dream again with me. Because the future I've prepared for you is filled with joy unshaken, peace unexplainable, and purpose unstoppable. This is not just healing. This is resurrection. And you, my beloved, are living proof of what my love can do. My beloved, there are days when all you can do is survive, when healing feels distant, when your soul feels quiet, but not at peace. And I want you to hear me clearly. Even on those days, I am proud of you. I am proud of your presence, proud of your honesty, proud of your willingness to come to me even when your heart feels heavy and unsure. Healing isn't linear. You don't need to apologize for your valleys. You don't need to explain why it still hurts sometimes. Your pain doesn't scare me. It draws me close. I'm not asking you to rush. I'm not asking you to pretend. I'm simply asking you to trust me with this moment, just as it is. Because right now, even in your silence, even when you don't have the strength to pray, I'm with you. I'm listening to your heart when your lips can't speak. And I'm speaking peace over you. Peace that doesn't depend on how you feel. Peace that stays when the storm rises. Peace that anchors you when the world spins too fast. Let that peace be your portion today. Not pressure, not perfection, just peace. You are not falling apart. You are being gently undone, so I can rebuild you without the weight you were never meant to carry. You've carried too many expectations, too many opinions, too much blame for things that were never yours to hold. I'm asking you now, lay it down. Lay down the guilt. Lay down the shame. Lay down the voice that says you should be further along by now. This is your healing. Not theirs, not someone else's timeline, yours, and I'm walking it with you. Every quiet breath, every small prayer, every tear that falls when no one's watching. I see it, I gather it, I hold you through it. You are not too late. You are not too broken. You are not too far behind. You are loved right now. You are enough right now. You are healing right now. So exhale, child. This moment is holy, because you're here and I am here, and that's more than enough. You've asked, what if I never feel like myself again? But beloved, I want to tell you this. You're not going back to who you were. You're becoming someone even stronger, even deeper, even more whole. The pain didn't erase your identity. It uncovered what was real. The loss didn't steal your future. It cleared space for something more sacred to grow. I know it still hurts. The ache that lingers without permission. The quiet sorrow you carry while others move on. But healing doesn't always mean forgetting. It means learning to live with peace, even as you remember. It means knowing you can hold both, grief and grace, at the same time. In the same heart. You are not broken for feeling both. You are human, and I formed every part of your humanity. Your emotions don't disqualify you. They remind you that you're alive, and that you still care, and that your heart, though bruised, still beats with purpose. So many voices have tried to define you by what happened. But I define you by what I'm doing in you now. I call you healed. I call you chosen. I call you my own. You're not too much. You're not behind. You're not forgotten. You're in process. And I celebrate the process, not just the finish line. Every day you choose honesty over hiding. Every moment you choose to come to me instead of giving up. You are moving forward. Even when you can't see it, I can. Even when it feels like nothing is changing, I'm working. Underneath the surface, within your soul, through every surrendered breath. Let yourself grieve what was lost, but also allow yourself to receive what is being rebuilt. I'm restoring your laughter. I'm rebuilding your trust. I'm rewriting the narrative of your life, not around trauma, but around truth. You don't need to perform to earn my approval. You already have my affection, and it will never be taken away. Rest in that. Even today, even now, you are safe with me, and you're becoming more radiant than you've ever been. There are moments when silence feels unbearable, when you pray and no answer comes, when you wait and nothing moves, when healing feels paused and you wonder, God, are you still with me? Yes. Yes, I am. Even in the silence, even in the stillness. Some of my most sacred work happens in the quiet. Some of my deepest healing takes place in the invisible. You don't always need a loud miracle. Sometimes what you need is a quiet strengthening, an unseen anchoring. And that's what I'm doing right now. You've cried out for the pain to leave, but I'm giving you something greater. My presence that remains. I'm not just removing symptoms, I'm restoring your soul. You've said, if you're here, why does it still hurt? And I say, I'm here because it hurts. I won't leave you alone in this. You may not feel me every second, but my spirit surrounds you. I am interwoven into every breath you take. I am in the strength it took to get out of bed. I am in the grace that held you when you didn't know how to move forward. Don't mistake silence for absence. Don't confuse stillness with abandonment. I am closer than ever, whispering peace to your trembling heart, singing over your soul in the middle of the night, carrying you when your steps grow heavy. You are not lost, you are being led, and I am a shepherd who never loses sight of his sheep. You are not forgotten, you are held in the palm of my hand, engraved there with love that can't fade. This season may feel like a long tunnel, but there is light. There is always light. Because I walk with you in it, and I also stand waiting beyond it. I see what's ahead, restoration you've only dreamed of, wholeness that will make sense of every shattered piece. You will not stay here forever. The silence will break, the light will dawn, and joy will rise again in your heart. Not a shallow joy, but one earned through every moment you chose to trust me in the dark. That joy is coming. It's already stirring. Even now, your healing is still moving. So wait with me, hope with me, heal with me. Because what I've started in you, I will finish. And it will be beautiful. You've wondered if you'll ever feel whole again, if life can feel light, if your heart can feel free, if laughter can come from a place of peace, not just as a cover for pain. And the answer is yes. Yes, you can feel whole again. Yes, you can live without carrying the weight of yesterday. Yes, joy can be real again. Not because you forgot the past, but because you let me redeem it. I want to remind you of something. Your healing is not just for you, it's for others too. For those who will hear your story and believe healing is possible for them. You are becoming a vessel of hope. Every tear you've cried is becoming living water for someone else's desert. Every scar is becoming a map for someone else who's lost their way. Every piece of your pain is becoming a testimony of my faithfulness. Nothing is wasted, not one sleepless night, not one anxious breath. Not one moment you whispered, God, I need you. I heard every one of them, and I responded, sometimes in quiet comfort, sometimes in deep conviction, but always with love. You don't have to be afraid of the future. You don't have to brace yourself for more pain. You can let go of the armor now. You can breathe easy. I am not leading you into more wounds. I'm leading you into wide open spaces, into rest, into fullness, into freedom. You're not who you used to be. You're not defined by what happened to you. You are defined by who I say you are, healed, free, mine. So walk forward now, not with fear, but with faith. Not with shame, but with joy. Let yourself imagine again, dream again, trust again. Let yourself receive, not just my healing, but my delight. Because I don't just love you, I enjoy you. I smile when I think of you. I sing over you in the night. I celebrate your steps, even the smallest ones. This healing journey isn't the end, it's the beginning. A new chapter, a divine unveiling of who you were always created to be. No more hiding, no more apologizing for your softness, no more carrying what I've already lifted. You're free, truly, finally, fully, and I will walk with you every step forward. This is healing, this is restoration, this is your divine process, and I will complete what I started in you. There's something sacred happening inside you, even if it doesn't feel like it, even if the tears still come, even if the past still echoes. Healing is not always loud. It's not always a dramatic breakthrough. Sometimes it's quiet courage, choosing to show up even when you feel fragile. I see you doing that, and I'm so proud of you. You've stopped pretending. You've let go of the mask. You've invited me into the real places, the raw ones, the wounded ones, the ones still tender to the touch. That's where I do my deepest work. I don't just want the version of you that's cleaned up and composed. I want the real you, the weeping you, the questioning you, the tired and tender you, because I can handle all of you. You don't scare me. You don't disappoint me. You don't need to hide. I am the safest place you'll ever know. Let me hold your story. Let me touch the places still aching. Let me love the version of you that doesn't feel lovable. Because I do. I always have. You've told yourself, if I was stronger, I wouldn't still be hurting. But I say, the fact that you're still here proves your strength. You haven't given up. You've stayed. You've trusted again, even after betrayal. You've reached out, even when your hands were trembling. And I've seen every bit of it. You are not invisible. Your healing is not insignificant. Your journey matters to me. You're not just recovering, you're becoming. Becoming someone softer, stronger, more whole, more grounded in truth. You may not see it yet, but I do. And I'm not finished. There's still joy ahead, still restoration ahead, still laughter you haven't laughed yet, and songs you haven't sung. I am rewriting your story, not just the ending, but the middle too. I'm redeeming what was stolen, restoring what was broken, replacing what was lost. I'm not just healing your heart, I'm giving you a new way to see the world, not through the lens of pain, but through the lens of peace. That's what I want for you. Not perfection, but peace. Not performance, but presence. And it starts here, now, again. Because even if you feel like you've taken steps backward, I'm still right beside you, still guiding, still healing, still loving, without limits. So breathe, beloved. You're doing better than you think. And the best is not behind you, it's ahead, with me. There is still pain that doesn't have words, moments you can't explain. A heaviness that rises without warning. And you've wondered, will I ever be free from this? Yes, my child, you will. Because I'm not just healing what you remember. I'm healing what you couldn't even put into words. I see the silent weight you've carried, the ache that no one else could validate, the battles that happened inside of you, invisible to others but never invisible to me. I was there. When you cried alone, when your heart begged for relief, when your soul whispered, God, do you see me? I did, and I do, and I always will. Your emotions are not too much for me. Your triggers are not a burden. Your pain is not an inconvenience. You are not behind. You are not failing this healing process. You are simply human, and I love you for it. This is what it means to be fully known and fully loved. You don't have to hide your grief to earn my grace. You don't have to rush your healing to be worthy of love. You already are. I've seen the moments where you almost gave up, the nights when hope felt like a stranger, the times you looked in the mirror and didn't recognize yourself. But I did. I saw the fighter, the survivor, the soul who chose to keep breathing even when it hurt to do so. You are stronger than you know, but you don't have to be strong all the time. You can rest, you can release, you can be weak because I am your strength. I am holding you. I am holding the parts of you that still tremble, the parts that question if it's ever going to be okay. And I say to you now, it is going to be okay, not because of wishful thinking, but because I am involved. I am present. I am working. I am healing you in ways you can't even see yet. The days you feel nothing changing, those are the days roots are growing deep. The quiet mornings where sadness lingers, even those are holy ground to me. Let yourself be where you are. No guilt, no shame, no timeline. I am not frustrated with your pace. I'm just glad you're still walking with me. So take another step today, no matter how small. Thing. That's all I ask. Not perfection, just presence. Not speed, just surrender. Let's keep going together, you and me. And I promise, the more you walk with me, the more you'll see you are not the same as you once were. You are healing, you are transforming, you are rising, and I'm not done with you yet. You've wondered if something is wrong with you because you're still affected, because memories still surface, because triggers still come, because some wounds still ache when touched. But nothing is wrong with you. You are not failing. You are not broken beyond repair. You are healing. And healing doesn't always look like progress. Sometimes it looks like standing still, choosing not to run anymore. Sometimes it looks like sitting with me in the quiet, in the sadness, in the confusion, and letting me just be with you. You've spent years trying to be normal, trying to fit in, trying to be okay enough so no one would ask questions. But I never asked you to be normal. I asked you to be whole. And wholeness doesn't mean put together. It means being restored, piece by piece, by my hand. I see every layer of your story, the surface moments, the deep-rooted wounds, the unspoken fears. And I do not look away. Any way where others turned from your pain, I turned toward it. Where others left when you were no longer convenient, I stayed. You've asked, what if I never feel safe again? But I say, you are safe now, in me. I am your refuge, not just in theory, but in every real, raw moment. Come to me with your nervousness. Come to me with your triggers. Come to me when the past rushes in like a flood. I will calm the storm again, just like before. Let me show you that safety isn't a performance. It's not about keeping everyone happy. It's about being in the presence of someone who loves you exactly as you are. Right here, right now, you are loved. You are not too complicated. You are not too emotional. You are not too far gone. You are mine. And I am renewing your mind, healing the lies that told you your pain made you unworthy. Rewriting the story that said your past defines your future. No more shame, no more hiding, no more pretending everything is fine. You don't have to pretend anymore. I can handle your honesty. I welcome your anger, your sadness, your weariness. Because when you bring me your real self, that's when real healing begins. So don't hold it in. Don't edit yourself in my presence. I made every part of you, and I call it good. Let the healing continue. Not in pressure, but in presence. I will never rush you. I will never reject you. I will never stop loving you. Even now, my love is rewriting your story, not from the outside in, but from the inside out. You are being made whole. You are becoming free. You are rising. One breath, one truth, one step at a time. You've spent so long holding it together that you forgot what it feels like to simply fall apart, in a safe place. So let this be that place. Let this moment, this breath, this space be where you stop striving, stop surviving, and just exist, fully, honestly, without fear of rejection. You've been strong for so long, but strength doesn't always look like silence. Sometimes strength is soft. Sometimes strength is surrender. I am not asking you to be unshakable. I'm asking you to let me be the one who holds you when you shake. Your humanity doesn't repel me, it draws me near. Your tears are not a sign of weakness. They are evidence of your heart, a heart that still feels, still cares, still hopes. And that is a miracle. Don't believe the lie that you should be further along. Healing isn't a race, it's a return, to me, to yourself, to the peace that was always meant to be yours. I know it's hard to let go of the coping habits, the self-protection, the way you keep your guard up, waiting for the next wound, but child, I am not here to wound, I am here to heal. Let me into the places you've shut off, the places even you try to avoid. Let me speak where shame has silenced. Let me hold what trauma has fragmented. You do not have to navigate this on your own. You never did. You never will. Every time you return to me, I'm already waiting, not with a lecture, but with love. Love that is patient. Love that doesn't flinch at your story. Love that stays through every storm. You are allowed to unravel here. You are allowed to say, this still hurts. You are allowed to be a work in progress and still be fully loved by me. You don't have to be healed to be held. You don't have to be whole to be worthy. You just have to be, and that's enough. Let me wash over you now. Let my spirit soften what's been hardened. Let my truth dissolve what fear has built. There is no shame in starting again. There is no shame in slow progress. There is no shame in needing me every single day. That's not weakness, that's relationship. You were made for this, not for pain, but for presence, not for pretending, but for peace. And I promise, you will know that peace again, not as an idea, but as a reality, not someday, but step by step, starting now. I'm here, and I'm not leaving. I see how tired your soul has become, not just from one moment, but from carrying pain for years, unspoken pain, unacknowledged loss, heavy things that no one else noticed but I did. I see the weight you've quietly borne, the way you've smiled through sorrow, the way you've shown up for others while silently wondering who would show up for you. I'm showing up for you. Now, here, fully present. Not to give you advice, not to demand a timeline, but to simply hold you, to be with you in the depths, because I never left, even when others did, even when you weren't sure I was listening. I was closer than your next breath. I was there when your heart broke, and I am still here, helping you rebuild it, piece by sacred piece. The world has conditioned you to hide your pain, to be strong, to be silent, but I welcome the sound of your tears. I honor your honesty. I draw near your brokenness, not to fix you in a rush, but to walk with you slowly into healing that lasts. This kind of healing doesn't always look like sudden miracles. It looks like breathing when you didn't think you could. It looks like smiling for the first time without guilt. It looks like hope returning quietly after years of silence. You don't have to explain your pain to me. I already understand it. I carry it with you. And I'm not discouraged by your process. I celebrate it. Every tear you let fall in my presence is holy. Every step you take toward wholeness matters. Even when it feels like you're walking in circles, you're still walking with me. And I am guiding you forward. You've asked, what's wrong with me? Why can't I let this go? But I say, nothing is wrong with you. Your wounds were deep. Your trust was shattered. And I'm tending to the soul of you, not just the surface. I don't want a rushed recovery. I want a real one. I want to heal the hidden layers, the silent screams, the questions no one else knows you've asked. And I will. I am. Even now. Let this moment be one of rest. You've carried enough. Let me carry you now. Lay your burdens down, the questions, the regret, the longing, and breathe. You are safe with me. You are understood by me. You are loved without limits by me. And I am not going anywhere. You've believed that healing meant forgetting, that to move forward, you had to erase what happened. But healing doesn't mean forgetting. It means the memory no longer has the power to hurt you. I'm not asking you to pretend it didn't happen. I'm asking you to let me redeem it, because I can. I can take the pain that nearly destroyed you and use it to build compassion in you. I can take what was used to silence you and use it to give others hope through your voice. Your past isn't wasted. It's being rewritten, not erased, but transformed. You've walked through fire, but you're not just scorched. You are refined. You've been through nights you thought would never end, but look, morning is breaking. You didn't die in the pain. You didn't lose yourself forever. You are rising. And the parts of you that are returning, they're stronger, softer, more alive. I am breathing life into dry places. I am bringing beauty from ashes, not metaphorically, but actually in your real life. Yes, even this part of your story, even the part you never thought could be touched by grace. My love is not limited to your easy days. It flows even deeper in the hard ones, especially there. You are not disqualified from joy. You are not banned from peace. You are not too broken to be used for something sacred. In fact, your story, the full, unedited one, is exactly what I want to work through. Your pain becomes a platform. Your healing becomes a testimony. Your survival becomes a light for others still walking through the dark. Don't hide your scars. They speak of victory. They tell of a God who stayed when others left. A God who restored what no one else could see. I don't just rescue, I restore. I rebuild. I resurrect. That's what I'm doing with you. So when the enemy tells you, you'll never move on, remind him, I'm not moving on. I'm moving forward, healed and held. Because you are. You are moving forward, even when it's slow, even when it's unseen. And I'm proud of you. Yes, I'm proud of you. Not because of perfection, but because of your perseverance. Because of your willingness to open your heart to me again. I never take that for granted. Not for a moment. You are deeply seen. You are fully known. You are completely loved. And this healing, is only the beginning of the beautiful life I'm building with you. You've learned how to survive, how to keep moving through pain, how to smile through sorrow. But now, I want to teach you how to live. Not just exist, not just manage, but truly live, free, present, whole. You've been in survival mode for so long that peace feels unfamiliar, like maybe you don't deserve it. Like if you let your guard down, everything might fall apart again. But peace isn't a trap. It's my gift to you. You don't have to earn it. You don't have to hustle for rest. You don't have to apologize for needing healing. Let me be your peace. Let me rewire your nervous system to believe safety is possible. Let me restore your heart to believe goodness won't always leave. I know what it's like to be betrayed, to love and not be loved back, to give everything and be met with silence. I know, and I meet you there, not with quick answers, but with deep compassion. You are not too much. You are not too emotional. You are not a burden. I mean, you are exactly as I designed, sensitive, perceptive, strong, and sacred. Let me affirm the parts of you. There are moments when silence feels heavy, when the stillness makes you question if I'm really there, when the quiet stretches so long you wonder if I've turned away. but I haven't. I am in the silence, not absent, but closer than breath. You don't need to feel me to trust that I'm working. You don't need constant confirmation to believe I'm here. Healing happens in the quiet places, in the spaces between the sobs, in the moments when nothing seems to be changing, but deep inside something is. The roots of trauma run deep, but my love goes deeper. The ache may feel endless, but my grace has no end. You've walked through fire, through betrayal, through abandonment, through emotional exhaustion, but none of it disqualified you from my presence. In fact, it drew me closer. I'm not waiting for you to be better to begin. I'm already at work in your now. You don't have to go back and fix every detail. You just need to give me access, permission, a simple "God help," and I will come rushing in, not to shame, but to shelter. I know the exact places where the wound first formed, where the lie was planted, where the belief that you weren't enough took root, and I am going there now, with tenderness, not force. You've kept it buried for so long, afraid that facing it would break you, but you don't have to face it alone. Let's go together. Let's speak the truth into that old pain. Let's rewrite the narrative with grace. You don't have to pretend anymore. You don't have to be strong for anyone. Your vulnerability is not weakness. It's the doorway to your freedom. I created your heart with depth, with softness, with emotion. Don't apologize for feeling deeply. Don't numb what I designed to be felt. Your feelings are not your enemy. They are indicators, but they are not your identity. Your identity is not damaged, forgotten, too much, or not enough. The new your pain meant a knot and a silence in the quest. Your identity is loved, chosen, safe, whole, mine. The process may be longer than you imagined, but I promise it will be worth it, because I am not just healing your pain, I am restoring your purpose. There is a future for you, a future full of light, peace, connection, and joy. Yes, joy. Not fake smiles, not forced gratitude, but real, deep joy that bubbles up from a healed soul. That is your inheritance. That is where we are headed. So, rest. Let the healing waters wash over you again. Let your heart exhale. You don't have to fight so hard. You don't have to prove you're okay. I already know your heart, and I still choose you. Every day, forever. There are pieces of your heart that still feel stuck. In that moment, in that room, in that season when everything broke. And I want you to know, I'm going back there with you. Not to relive the pain, but to release it. You don't have to stay frozen in survival mode. You don't have to carry that version of yourself who never got to heal. Bring her to me. Bring him to me. Let me hold what no one else knew how to hold. You were never meant to heal in isolation. That's why I stay so close. So when the tears rise and the breath shortens, you have someone to lean on. I'm not shocked by your trauma. I'm not offended by your anger. I'm not distant in your grief. I'm right here, in the very place where the healing hurts the most. And I'm not here to judge. I'm here to restore. I'm restoring the innocence you lost, the trust that was shattered, the joy you thought would never return. I'm restoring the child in you who needed to feel safe, and the adult in you who still longs for peace. You are not stuck. You are healing, slowly, yes, but surely. The fear that tells you nothing's changing, it's lying, because I am moving. And transformation doesn't always shout. Sometimes it whispers. Sometimes it's just the fact that you stayed with me, stayed present, stayed open when it would have been easier to shut down. That is courage, and I honor every bit of it. The world may not see the battle you fight daily, but I do. And I call you victorious, because healing isn't about never feeling pain again. It's about knowing who holds you in the pain. And you are held by the same hands that formed the stars, held by the same love that conquered the grave, held by the same grace that never runs dry. You don't have to have the perfect words. Just bring me your heart. That's always been enough. When the waves of emotion rise, I'll steady you. When your thoughts spiral, I'll ground you. When you forget who you are, I'll remind you. You are not defined by your trauma. You are not shaped by your shame. You are not imprisoned by your past. You are being set free right now. Even as you listen, even as you breathe, let go of what you were never meant to carry and take hold of me. I am your anchor, your healer, your steady place, and I will not let go. You've been waiting for someone to say, it's okay to feel what you feel. It's okay to not be okay yet. It's okay to still be healing. So I'm saying it now, not just with words, but with my presence. I'm not in a rush. I'm not keeping a countdown. I'm not disappointed that you're still processing. Healing takes time, and you are worth every moment of it. The world told you to move on, but I'm asking you to move with me. You don't have to pretend anymore. Not with me. Not in this moment. Let the mask fall. Let the armor rest. Let the sigh leave your chest. You are safe here. I've seen the strength you used to survive. Now let me give you the strength to heal. You don't need to earn my comfort. You don't need to prove you're worthy. I've already called you worthy, before the pain, during the pain, after the pain. I'm not afraid of the depth of your hurt. I'm not surprised by how much it still affects you. I know what abandonment does to a soul. I know how betrayal poisons trust. I know how silence can feel like punishment. But I also know how to undo it. I know how to speak life where only lies have lived, how to plant hope where weeds of fear grew, how to build safety where trauma built walls. And I'm doing that right now. Each word I whisper is a thread of restoration. Each moment you sit with me is a step toward freedom. Even when you don't feel the change, your soul is responding, because healing isn't loud. It's not always dramatic. Sometimes it looks like you choosing to stay when every part of you wants to run. Sometimes it looks like tears you don't understand. Sometimes it looks like peace that makes no sense. That is me. That is healing. I'm healing not just the events, but the impact. Not just the pain, but the patterns. Not just the symptoms, but the root. And I'll keep going until you can finally breathe without bracing. Until you can speak without trembling. Until you can love again without fear of losing. Your capacity for joy is returning. Your ability to rest is being rebuilt. Your heart is learning to hope again. And I will be here for all of it. Not one step of this journey will happen without me. Not one night of crying goes unseen. Not one prayer, even whispered, is ignored. You are not healing alone. So if today feels heavy, let me carry it. If it feels dark, let me be your light. If you feel weak, let me be your strength. Because I am the God who heals you. Not once, not partially, but completely. And I'm not finished. There are days when it still hurts to breathe. When a sound, a smell, a word takes you back to a place you never wanted to revisit. And in those moments, you feel like you failed, like the healing didn't work, like maybe you imagined the progress. But hear me now, healing is not erased by the echo of pain. Your progress is not undone by one hard day. You are not starting over. You are simply continuing. This is what real healing looks like. Layers being peeled back gently. Truth replacing lies slowly. light reaching places that have been dark for years. Some days it will feel like you're flying, other days like you're crawling, and both are sacred to me. You don't need to heal perfectly. You just need to heal honestly. There's a younger version of you inside, still waiting for comfort, still longing to be held, to be told it wasn't your fault. It should never have happened. You are safe now. Let me say it to you, again and again, if needed. You are safe now. You are not alone. You are seen. You are deeply loved. I am healing not just your present, but your past. Even the moments no one else knows about. Even the nights when you sat in silence, hoping someone would notice. I noticed. Every time you were overlooked, I saw you. Every time your voice was ignored, I heard it. And now I am giving it back to you. Your voice matters. Your tears matter. Your story matters. You've tried to minimize your pain, thinking others had it worse, thinking maybe you were just too sensitive. But pain is pain, and yours matters to me. You've walked through storms that others never saw, and still, you are here. That is not weakness, that is victory. And now, you don't have to walk alone. Let me hold the weight. Let me walk with you through the memory. Let me speak life into the places where death tried to settle. You are not reliving it, you are reclaiming it. Every place the enemy tried to label you with shame, I am rewriting in grace. Every lie you believed, I deserved this. I'm not enough. I'm too broken. I am breaking those lies now, because the truth is stronger. The truth is, you are mine. You are chosen. You are beautiful. You are healing. So don't panic when the pain resurfaces. It's not here to destroy you. It's rising to be released. And I am here, not to judge it, but to carry it. So give me the ache. Give me the anger. Give me the grief. Give me the numbness. There's nothing too messy for me. Nothing too complicated. Nothing too late. You are right on time for healing, and I'm not going anywhere. You've been asking, when will I finally feel free? And I'm telling you, freedom isn't found in forgetting. It's found in facing your wounds with me beside you. Not everything will make sense. Some questions will remain unanswered. Some wounds will take time to close. But you will not go through any of it alone. You are already becoming new. Even if it feels like nothing is changing, even if the pain still comes in waves, even if the past still knocks on your door, because you're choosing me in it, and that changes everything. You think healing means never feeling pain again, but healing means pain doesn't control you anymore. It means your past doesn't define your worth. It means the voice of shame no longer commands your future. I know how long you've carried it, the guilt, the weight of what ifs, the feeling that maybe it was your fault. But I want you to know, you are not responsible for what others did. You are not the cause of your own pain. You are not the reason they left, hurt, or failed you. That was not your fault. Not then, not now, not ever. You've tried to hold your pain and hold everyone else's too, but that's not your job. You are not the savior. I am. You don't have to fix them. You don't have to fix yourself. You just have to rest in me and let me do the work. You are not too much to love. You are not too hard to heal. You are not too broken to restore. I delight in you. I rejoice over you with singing. I hold your heart like a precious treasure because that's what you are. Let me teach you how to see yourself again. Not through the eyes of the ones who hurt you, but through mine. I see someone resilient, tender, courageous, soft-hearted in a hard world. I see someone worth protecting, worth pursuing, worth healing. The pain doesn't have the final say. Your past doesn't get to write the last line. I do, and I say, you are healed, you are whole, you are mine. The old things are passing, the new is coming. Right now, even in this moment, something is shifting. Not because you're trying harder, but because you're trusting deeper. This is not the end of your story. It's the beginning of your rising. You're not going backwards. You're being rebuilt. Even when you can't see it, your healing is unfolding. One breath at a time, one surrender at a time, one yes at a time. Sit, stay with me. Let me finish what I started. I'm not in a hurry, I'm in love, and my love will see you through. There are days when the pain feels louder than my promises, when the memories feel more real than my nearness, when the weight of what was tries to crush the beauty of what is. But don't forget, healing isn't a feeling, it's a promise, and I always keep mine. Healthy you're how often you get drains, by your willingness to trust me again, even when your heart still trembles. I see your fight, I see your tenderness, I see your faithfulness to keep showing up when it would be easier to run. That is strength. You think you're falling apart, but I see you falling into grace. You think you've failed, but I see you surrendering deeper. You think you've taken steps backward, but healing isn't about always feeling better. It's about trusting me even when you don't. Let me be the one who defines what healing looks like, not the timelines of others, not the expectations of the world, not the voice of your past. Let me lead you moment by moment. Let me teach you what it means to rest without guilt, to feel without fear, to trust without demanding certainty. You don't have to fix your whole life today. You don't have to overcome every memory at once. Healing doesn't come in a tidal wave. It comes in quiet waters, flowing steadily over time. And right now, you're in the stream of that healing. It may not look dramatic. It may not feel loud, but it is real, and it is happening. You are not alone in the silence. You are not abandoned in the middle. You are not forgotten in the process. You are held. You are carried. You are seen. The ache you carry matters to me. The parts of your heart you've locked away, I want to hold them. You've learned to survive by being invisible, but I see you, and I love you right where you are. You don't need to shine for me to stay. You don't need to perform to keep my attention. You don't need to hide your humanity to receive my divinity. I became flesh, so I could understand yours. I entered your pain, so I could walk you out of it. I know what it feels like to be abandoned, to be misunderstood, to be wounded. And I chose to carry it all, so you don't have to carry it alone anymore. You never have to hide your pain from me. Not today, not ever. You've asked, how do I heal something I've hidden for so long? How do I forgive what still hurts? How do I move forward when part of me is still stuck back there? And I say gently, you don't have to do it all at once. You just have to let me in. You think you need to fix yourself first, but healing doesn't start with effort. It starts with surrender. Give me your tiredness, your anger, your confusion, your guilt. Let me carry what was never yours to hold. I'm not intimidated by your emotions. I don't need you to calm down before I comfort you. I come into the chaos and speak peace. I don't silence your feelings, I hold them. I validate them. I help you walk through them safely. You've learned to bury things, to keep moving, to not feel too deeply, but now you don't have to bury anything. You can breathe, you can rest, you can cry. You can finally feel, because I am here, and I won't let you break apart. I'll hold you together even when you can't hold yourself. Your past doesn't disqualify you. It's part of the story I'm redeeming. Even the parts you never tell anyone. Even the pain that feels too ugly to share. Even the chapters you hoped would just fade away. I'm not skipping them. I'm healing them. And one day, you'll look back, and instead of shame, you'll feel strength. Instead of panic, you'll feel peace. Instead of regret, you'll feel gratitude. Not because what happened was good, but because I am good, and I never stopped working in the midst of it all. I'm not asking you to relive the pain. I'm asking you to release it. You don't have to go back and understand every detail. You just need to trust that I was there and I still am. You will not drown in this process. You will not be crushed by your past. You are walking through it with me. Every step you take is progress, even the smallest ones, even when it doesn't feel like you're moving forward. Healing is not a straight line. It's a sacred spiral, with moments of clarity, then confusion, then breakthrough, then rest. And I'm in every part of it. I won't rush your story. I won't push you past your pace. I won't grow tired of your tears. If all you do today is breathe, I'll sit with you there. If all you can say is help, I'll meet you in that whisper. I am not looking for performance. I'm looking for presence. And you're here. That's enough. So let's keep going. Together. You are being healed, and it is holy. You've been carrying questions you were too afraid to ask. You've wondered why I allowed certain things, why I didn't stop the pain, why I felt so far away when you needed me most. And I can take every question. You're not disrespecting me by asking. You're not being unfaithful by feeling confused. You're being honest, and I welcome that. Let's talk about it. Not with shame, not with fear, but with love. You've asked, where were you when it happened? I was there, not distant, not distracted. I was present in the silence, weeping with you, feeling every ache in your soul. I didn't cause the pain, but I also didn't abandon you in it. You were never alone. Even when it felt like darkness swallowed everything, my light was still in you. And now, that same light is leading you home. I know it's hard to believe that healing is possible when you've been broken so long, but your heart is not beyond repair. It is sacred ground, and I walk upon it gently. You don't have to brace for disappointment anymore. You don't have to wait for the next blow to fall. You don't have to question every good thing as if it's temporary. Some things I give are permanent, and healing is one of them. Let me teach you how to live in love again, how to feel safe in your own skin, how to embrace silence without panic, how to wake up and not dread the day. This is your inheritance as my child, peace that passes understanding, joy that runs deeper than sorrow, hope that outlives the night. The lies of your past may echo, but my truth speaks louder. The truth is, you are not alone. You never were, and you never will be. I am in every breath, in every heartbeat, in every quiet moment where you whisper, God, please don't leave. I won't. Not today, not tomorrow, not ever. I am the God who stays. Even when the tears won't stop, even when the healing feels slow, even when the progress feels invisible, I stay. You don't need to understand every step. You just need to take the next one with me, and I will lead you. I will hold you when you stumble. I will remind you who you are when memories try to steal your name. You are loved. You are chosen. You are being healed. One moment at a time. One tear at a time, one breath at a time. Don't measure your healing by how strong you feel. Measure it by how present you let me be. Because I am near, nearer than your pain, nearer than your fear, nearer than your next heartbeat. I am with you and I'm not letting go. I see the way you flinch at kindness, how you brace for abandonment, even from those who love you. I see the walls you've built, not because you're bitter, but because you've been broken. I see the way you avoid certain places, certain songs, certain memories, because they carry weight you don't know how to lift. And I see you trying to be strong, trying to hold it all together, trying to convince the world and yourself that you're fine. But you don't have to fake it with me. Let the cracks show, let the tears come, let the guard down. You're not being dramatic. You're being human, and I am your healer. Not just of broken bones, but of broken trust, broken dreams, broken childhoods. I mend what the world doesn't know how to handle. So hand it to me, not perfectly, not all at once, just as you're able. Even your smallest yes is enough for me to begin. I won't shame you for coping. I won't criticize your survival instincts. I understand why you did what you did to make it this far. But now, I want to take you further, into peace, into wholeness, into rest. You don't need to be hypervigilant anymore. You don't need to rehearse worst-case scenarios. You don't need to protect yourself from joy. You are safe in my presence. And joy is not a trap, it's a gift. You've lived in fear so long that calm feels like danger. But peace isn't the enemy, it's my promise. I am the one calming the storm inside you, not by demanding stillness, but by speaking it. Peace, be still. To your heart, to your memories, to your nervous system, peace, be still. You don't need to understand the process to receive the healing. You don't need to know the outcome to trust my hands. I am not angry with you. I'm not disappointed. I'm not growing impatient. I am here. I am working. I am healing. Let me rewire what trauma tried to teach you. Let me untangle the lies that wrap themselves around your identity. You are not too much. You are not a burden. You are not forgotten. You are worthy of love, of softness, of gentleness, of joy. And you will experience it, not just on the other side of healing, but during it. There will be moments of lightness, moments of laughter, moments of stillness, even now. This is not just a process of pain. It's a process of rediscovering wonder. You've cried long enough. You'll still cry, yes, but tears won't be the only expression. You'll laugh again, you'll trust again, you'll dream again. I will restore everything that was stolen. I will repay what was lost, and I will rewrite your story, not with ink of shame, but with grace. So don't give up. Not now. Not when healing is beginning. Not when hope is returning. You are doing better than you think, and I am closer than you feel. You are not what happened to you. You are not what they said about you. You are not the sum of your failures. You are mine. And I'm not done. There is no part of your story that scares me. No chapter I want to skip, no season I wish you'd hide. I want all of it, even the ugly, even the messy, even the parts you've hidden from yourself. Because I don't just love the polished version of you. I love the real you, the broken, the confused, the exhausted, the scared. You think healing means getting back to who you used to be, but I have something better. I'm not taking you backward, I'm taking you forward, into a version of you who is whole, free, and finally able to rest. You've lived so long in survival mode that rest feels unfamiliar. It's okay, you'll learn. You'll learn to breathe deeply again. You'll learn to trust without fear. You'll learn to laugh without guilt. You'll learn to speak your story without shame. There's nothing too broken for me. I restore what people throw away. I bring life from ashes. I build beauty from what's been burned. You are not behind. You are not damaged goods. You are not too late. You are right on time for healing. You may not feel ready, but I am, and I am with you. Even now, as your mind resists and your heart holds back, I remain. You don't need perfect faith to be healed, just a willingness to begin. So begin, right now, with me. Say yes. Yes to letting go. Yes to forgiving. Yes to feeling again. Yes to my hands healing what the world could not. You're afraid that healing will cost you more pain, but pain is not my way. Healing doesn't come through punishment, it comes through presence. My presence. I will sit with you through the memories. I will walk beside you through the fear. I will whisper peace into your storms, and I will not rush you. You set the pace. I'll match it. When you need to pause, I'll pause. When you're ready to move, I'll lead. When you break down, I'll carry you. This is not just recovery. This is redemption. I'm redeeming the time, the innocence lost, the words that wounded, the silence that crushed you. I'm restoring your voice, your heart, your hope. Let yourself feel again. Let yourself believe again. You are not alone in the pain, and you won't be alone in the healing. Even now, the parts of your heart that were frozen are beginning to thaw. The places you've locked down are starting to open. The weight you've carried so long is starting to lift. That is me. I am healing you. Slowly, tenderly, completely. Stay with me. I'm not done yet. You've grown used to numbing, to silencing the ache, to pretending that the past didn't leave marks. But I see every mark, and I call them meaningful, not shameful. You've learned to live with the limp, but I want to show you how to dance again. You've learned to laugh through tears, but I want to give you laughter that flows from healing. You've learned to function while broken, but I came to make you whole. The world taught you to move on, but I'm inviting you to move through with me. You don't have to rush. You don't have to impress me. You don't have to perform healing. You just need to receive it. Even now, I'm reaching into the deepest part of your soul. That place you've blocked off, that room you locked because the pain was too great. I'm not forcing my way in. I'm knocking, and I'm waiting. Not to judge you, but to heal you. The memory that keeps flashing when you try to rest, I can bring peace to it. The fear that rises when you're vulnerable, I can protect you there. The belief that it was your fault, I can correct that lie. It was never your fault. You didn't deserve the pain. You didn't deserve the abandonment. You didn't deserve to be overlooked, rejected, silenced. But I saw it. I wept with you. And now I'm here to take the burden off your shoulders. You don't have to relive it to release it. You just need to hand it to me. Every tear that fell, I collected. Every prayer you couldn't form, I understood. Every scream in the dark, I heard. I'm not distant from your pain. I'm inside it with you, and I'm turning it into something beautiful. Yes, beautiful. Because what you've survived will become what you use to help others. Your story will become a song of redemption, not because of the pain, but because of my presence in it. I don't waste wounds, I redeem them. Let me show you how. Take a deep breath. Feel my nearness. Let your shoulders drop. Let the weight lift. You don't have to carry it anymore. I will walk you through the memories gently. I will touch the parts that ache lovingly. I will remove the infection of shame and guilt completely. This is not a quick fix. This is a divine process. But it's already begun. The moment you said, God, I want to heal, I began moving. Even if it doesn't feel like it, healing is happening. In the silence, in the stillness, in the slowness. You are not going backward. You are being rebuilt. Let the tears come, if they need to. They're not weakness. They're release. They're part of the healing. I will never tire of comforting you, never get bored of your pain, never withdraw when you need me most. You can cry in my arms every night if you need to. You can ask me the same questions again and again. I will never leave you, never get frustrated, never tell you to get over it. I am patient. I am gentle, I am kind, and I am here, right now. My child, I have seen the pain you carry. Hidden behind smiles, tucked beneath busy days, buried deep in the quiet of night. You think I've forgotten the moments that broke you, but I haven't. Not one tear has been missed. Not one wound ignored. Not one cry unheard. The past has tried to define you, to haunt your present and steal your future. But I am the God who restores. I do not leave you in pieces, I put you back together, stronger, softer, sacred. Let me walk with you now, through every memory, every scar, every ache. Let me bring you into light, truth, and healing. You do not have to pretend anymore. You do not have to keep carrying it all alone. You are safe with me. That moment you thought broke you beyond repair, I was there. That day you stopped trusting, I didn't stop loving. That hour you wept with no words left. I listened. Your wounds matter to me, not just your victories, not just your strength. I care about the places you've hidden, the memories you avoid, the questions you've buried. I care about the betrayal you still don't talk about, the abandonment that changed you, the words spoken over you that still echo when you're tired. I am not asking you to relive the pain. I'm asking you to let me redeem it. Because healing is not forgetting. It's not pretending it didn't happen. It's bringing it into my presence, where light can finally touch what darkness tried to claim. You've done well to survive, but I want more than survival for you. I want freedom. I want wholeness. You don't need to keep building walls to protect yourself. You don't have to be strong all the time. You don't have to prove that you're okay. I already know you're not, and I love you in that place. I love you right there, in the questions, in the anger, in the fear, in the numbness. Come as you are. Come with your confusion. Come with your silence. Come with your need. I don't heal you because you deserve it. I heal you because I love you, because you are mine, because I am your father. I am not rushing you. Healing is a process, and I'm committed to walking it with you, however long it takes. Let me hold what you've never said. Let me comfort the child inside you who still weeps. Let me speak to the teenager who learned to hide. Let me restore the adult who feels stuck in old pain. Nothing is too far gone for me. No trauma is too deep. No shame is too heavy. No sin is too strong. I do not flinch at your past. I do not recoil from your wounds. I draw near. You've been carrying what only I can carry. Lay it down. Let me take it, not just part of it, all of it. Let me carry your grief, your regret, your rage, your questions, your memories. I can handle it. I already have. I died for every part of you, not just the good parts. I rose for your freedom, not just your forgiveness. Stay with me. This won't be easy, but I promise it will be worth it.